Well, we're talking with Jeff about, asking him about some improvements from SMU to this week. What did you see offensively? And you did have some new guys up front, and you said it was, pretty good, but what did you see as far as the improvement from 1 week to this?
The big thing we talked about throughout the week was just improving our sense of urgency, tempo, in and out of the huddle, to the line of scrimmage, those type of things, kind of in between plays, just being a little more urgent and intentional about what we were doing. And I think the guys responded. We had a good week of practice, and I did see them making an effort to increase their tempo and urgency, play in and play out, so I did appreciate that.
Brian, can you talk about Tyler's, presence on the field, especially late in the game and commanding the huddle on that touchdown leading drive?
Yeah, Tyler, he has a great presence out there. He's showed that every week since he's been here. Obviously a veteran player that has experienced a lot and seen a lot. So to have that type of experience on a fourth quarter drive, a game-winning touchdown drive, I think that pays dividends, and it showed. He played really well in that last series. Made a few checks at the line of scrimmage to get us into better plays, and that, having a veteran guy like that makes you really comfortable in those types of situations.
Brian, I guess with Isaac Brown, you never know with the freshman, but for him to have the success that he has, is that surprising, or what did you guys kind of see from him coming in that's allowed him to do what he's done? Yeah,
obviously Isaac coming in, we know he had a lot of talent, a lot of speed. So very happy with how he's progressed. It's always a matter of can they translate that to the next level? Can they pick up the offense? And he's done a good job of studying the offense and knowing what to do. We've given him some more opportunities as the season's gone on, and he's taking advantage of those and proving that he can be a real guy and a real threat for our offense. So really happy with how he's progressed for sure.
What do you see with Miami's run defense that makes it such a challenge, since we're talking about Isaac?
Well, they like to put a lot of guys in the box. They're going to load it up, play five-man fronts. They have a lot of speed. They are physical as well. But it's definitely a very talented defense, and they like to put a lot of hats in the box. So sometimes that can make that difficult to run. So if you can pass the football and try to get them to back up a little bit, that opens up a few more lanes for the running game. But they're going to load that box up and make it difficult to run the football.
Brian, you mentioned the checks that Tyler made on that fourth quarter drive. How would you characterize the trust level you have in him, and how much leeway do you guys allow him to make those kind of calls?
He has a lot. He has quite a bit of leeway. We trust him. He knows the offense inside and out. He's able to really ID defense and be able to talk about exactly what they're in, and the fronts that he's seeing, the secondaries that match with those fronts. He understands all of that. So he's really good at being able to see the defense while he's out there and know what the good play to get to is. So there's a couple times this year where he has checked out of some plays and got us into better plays. Pretty much every time it's been a good call by him. So we trust him to be able to do that.
Brian, you guys always want to be balanced, but against a defense that's pretty aggressive like Miami, how important is it to be balanced to try to maybe get them on their heels a little bit, almost guessing what you guys are going to do?
Yeah, you definitely want to be balanced. We need to mix it up. I thought, last year versus them, I thought that might have been our best offensive performance of the year. Just mixing it up and doing different things. So you definitely want to stay balanced, have a good mix of run and pass, a good mix of misdirection, all those things you try to do every single week, but definitely be very important versus these guys this week.
Yeah, when teams load the box like that, is that because they're trying to just show their physical dominance, or because they have faith in their cornerbacks and safeties that they can handle coverage individually?
A lot of times when teams do that, they want to be aggressive. They want to get to the quarterback. They want to stop the run. If you're loading the box and you're rushing more guys, it makes it a little bit more difficult. But yes, you have to rely on the secondary to be able to cover. And that's when you see teams get in zones and play it too high all the time. That's for coverage purposes, keep things in front. But this is an aggressive defense. They're gonna come after you, they wanna sack the quarterback, they wanna stop the run. It does allow sometimes for some big plays to pop when teams do that, so we're gonna have to find ways to make that happen.
Brian, over the offseason and in fall camp, both you and Jeff mentioned how you guys like to utilize multiple quarterback packages, but obviously up to this point, Chuck's kind of had a stranglehold on the QB1 and done really well in that role. Do you anticipate at some point getting guys like Harrison and maybe even Pierce more reps, or do you think it's just full steam ahead with Tyler Shuck at this point?
We're always toying with different packages, whether that's putting other quarterbacks in to do some different things, or different types of packages with other players at that position. We're always going to toy around with that. I think Tyler has done a really good job so far this year. And, you have to weigh, taking him out versus what the benefit is of putting someone else in there. So we're always looking at those things. New wrinkles here and there are always possibilities. So we'll see how the game plans go, but that's always an option, yes.
Not giving away any secrets here, but how open was Johnson on that was that something that y'all hadn't run, or they just, you sucked it into the middle?
That was a new play. We have not run that play. One I think we stole from, the Chiefs. Yeah, it was a good play. It had a lot of misdirection, some guys pulling play action, and it really just sucked all their defense down in that goal line situation. And Jamari did a good job sneaking behind them. They didn't see him, and he was wide open. So it was a great call by coach, and good plan to have that play in that situation.
Did you see it on TV, or did Jeff?
Jeff, I believe Jeff found that one, or one of our other assistant coaches found that one. We watched it as a staff. Had it up for a few weeks, but he called it at the right time.
Got a few more of those?
We're always looking for those, yes, always.
Yeah. Jamari had his first touchdown pass. Lacey's gotten healthy, is playing more again. Huggins Bruce is playing more again. How close is the offense to its full potential, and what growth do you hope to see next?
Yeah, I think we're close. I think we've been, so far to this point, we've been pretty good at creating yards, creating big plays. We do have a lot of talent, a lot of guys that need to touch the football, so being able to get those guys the touches that they need and deserve. When you have a lot, sometimes it becomes a little difficult, but we need to get the ball into our playmakers' hands. I think the biggest thing right now is to be more consistent, eliminate negative plays. That's really been what stopped us, has been either getting sacks or getting penalties and going backwards instead of forwards. So if we can eliminate those negative plays, I think we've been pretty good at generating positive plays and getting chunk plays. So eliminating the negatives is going to be a big emphasis.
Last one, Tom.
Brian, you never know exactly what you're going to get when you bring in a transfer quarterback. Has Tyler been kind of what you'd hoped he would be as far as a player and a leader, and what areas can he still improve over the second half of the year?
Yeah, Tyler's been more than we expected, I would say. We obviously knew his talent. That showed up on the film when we watched and scouted him, but his leadership ability, his knowledge of football has been off the charts. So he's been really good at that. I think he's played really well up to this point. He's a grinder. He's in the film room every day trying to get better. So just hope to just see him just get a little bit better each and every week, just like everyone else. But he's been playing really well so far.
Thanks, Brian.